Hey guys, Jentri here. Have you ever thought about what it takes to be on TV? Well, today's segment is going to help you. Okay, I'm gonna take you through some tips and tricks that I've just kind of learned along the way, and these are things that I stand by. I do every single time I need to prepare myself to be on TV, whether you're gonna be on TV for the first time or the third time. It's good to have some helpful hints from people that have been there. So, not that I've been on so much, but I do have a film background. I have made a lot of short films and documentaries and stuff like that. I've been forced to be behind the camera, so I'm just taking what I've learned and sharing it with you. So the first thing that I'm going to recommend is to watch the show you are going to be on. Look at their set, look at their lighting, look at how the hostess interacts with the people on the show. Get a feel for the personality and the vibe of the show. Those are all going to be very helpful when you're trying to visualize yourself being on the segment. The next thing I'm going to recommend is watching a host on TV that you love to watch. Everyone knows one of my big goals is to be on QVC. It's definitely gonna happen. So what do? I watch QVC and I watch the people that I admire, the people that if I like the way that the words flow out of their, vocal cords. Is that a thing? I don't know. If I like their mannerisms, whatever it is I like about them, I'm not trying to copy them, but I'm trying to take what I like from them and use it and make it my own, right? Because you want to get out of the habit of doing things like saying a million times or yes, you want to be conversational and you want to make people feel like they're with you when they're in their home watching, but at the same time, it's not like you can't be so lenient that you speak like you're speaking to a girlfriend that's hanging out at your house. Like, yeah, man, no, you need to articulate things and you need to sell products, or why are you on the show to begin with, right? If you're not teaching or selling something. So you need to practice that type of voice, and that's what I'm talking about. Another thing is really how you look, and I'm not trying to condone vanity, but at the same time, people are very visual, and when you're trying to get people to respect what you're saying or buy something you're selling or look to you as a teacher, you need to appear professional. You need to have your hair nice and combed down and no alfalfa sprouts up top. You need to have your makeup done a little bit better than the way that you do it every day. And we can speak to that point later. If you like to be tan, that might be something that you consider, like a nice organic spray tan. Your hands, if you're speaking with your hands a lot of the time, you don't have to have fake nails on, but you need to have them really manicured. And then last but not least, your wardrobe. I have had some malfunctions. I have looked like my boobs are down here by my stomach before. I have picked the wrong colors. And yes, all of that matters. So try on your wardrobe beforehand. Usually something that's a little bit more form-fitting looks better on camera. You want to avoid white, like bright colors that work against the camera system. Let's see what else. You want to avoid like big, busy patterns on clothing. But the one thing that you do want to do is, besides wear solid, nice colors, is wear big jewelry. Big jewelry usually doesn't appear so crazy on TV. And that usually looks nice. What else? Yeah, usually nice, solid colors. And I would say if you're going to be able to see your feet, definitely elevate yourself with little heels. You'll just look a little bit more polished. Okay, on to the next. Do a mock-up of your display. So sometimes you're gonna have more of a display than others, but let's say I am trying to demonstrate a certain makeup look and I want to show you the products. Take those products out and make a nice display and understand the way that you're gonna put it out whenever you get to do your segment. If you're gonna have a holiday theme, like a big Valentine's Day theme or Christmas theme, you're gonna wanna put a little bit more effort into it with the flowers and the candles or sparkly stuff or whatever it is. But then you're gonna have to replicate it when you get to the set. So make sure you take a picture of it so that when you get there, that you can recreate that. You're not gonna have time. If you ever, I'm getting kind of off track here, but if you ever get to do a segment, Usually you're gonna arrive about 30 minutes before the segment starts. Sometimes it could be a little earlier, or if they're running behind, or for whatever reason, you might get there a little earlier, but usually that's kind of the norm. You're not going to have time to do all of whatever it is that you think, touch up your makeup, do whatever it is that you're thinking. You might get there and someone might say, hey, can you check out the graphics you sent us? Or I'm just making stuff up right now. Or can we go over your segment idea together? So those minutes are going to really count while you're there. So you need to do everything you can in advance, to whether it's from the display setup or practicing in your head. You just need to have it together whenever you get there. Okay, so moving on, I told you to take a picture, make sure you can replicate it. Risers are really good, just gonna throw in that. What risers are they're just little, they can be little just plastic things that elevate your products. I know it doesn't sound like much, but even low risers are going to help with the presence of your products and really helping them stand out. So they're inexpensive. You can even get them on Amazon, but really mess around and have yourself a few risers to play with for your display. And let's move on to behind the scenes. So a couple of things. Whenever I've done segments before, I've made the mistake of not having someone with me to take behind the scenes photos. Just like, oh, we have our cameras and stuff like that, and that's great. Our phones on our cameras on our phones, and those are great quality. But are you gonna really remember to take a picture when you're thinking about what you're about to say on camera? Probably not. It's like your wedding day, right? Are you gonna remember to reapply your lip gloss when you're about to get married? Probably not. Are you going to notice when you have like little mascara or whatever smearing under your eyes? Probably not. So you need to have someone behind the scenes helping you and looking out for you. Whenever I do freelance, this is how I've learned this. Whenever I've done freelance makeup work and print work for magazines or for TV, there's always someone that is, the makeup artist or the hair person, the wardrobe person. There's always someone behind the scenes that's looking out for you. They're like, oh, your hair is the static in your hair. Let's move it down. Or, oh, let's pin your shirt back so it fits perfectly. Or, oh, you're shiny. Let's press the shine off your face and put more lip gloss on. But you know what? Local TV does not have that, okay? So you need to have someone there to help you and look out for you, because you're not gonna have your makeup done and your hair done. You're gonna have to do that stuff yourself. And if you're lucky, you have someone there that's there to support you. Your throat might get dry, you might need some water. If you have a friend there, you might want to reapply your lip gloss right before they say action. So if you can have someone there with the lip gloss, if you can also make sure you have someone there letting you know if your hair is in your face. That has happened to me before, and I was horrified. I even had my hair done beforehand, and for some reason, this was just like wanting to go this way in my face. So it looked really frumpy. And it could have been so easily avoided. Now what I do, a little trick, is I actually took it out of my pocket, but I have a little bobby pin. And if you don't have enough spray to hold your hair back, or if your hair's really fine, I would say just take a little pin and pin it back like this. And then right before you go on, have your friend be like, take the bobby pin out. So you can take it out and you have a nice little whoop out of your face. So that works, trust me, believe me. What else for behind the scenes? Yeah, just have someone there. Maybe they help you with your display, the things that visually that you might not have time to want to think about whenever the hostess is right there and you're like going over what you're about to say, and they're like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, we're live here with Jentri Makeup and Skin. That's how fast it feels. You feel like you're preparing so long, and then in 2 seconds you're like on the air. Here's another little tip, and then we're gonna close off this segment and we'll carry on in the next segment. But the last but not least thing I will tell you, besides trying to practice and be organized with stuff like this and arriving early, is just to roll with it, okay? I have planned out my segments and practiced, and last minute had people change stuff on me for whatever reason. Your job, one of your jobs with these producers, is to be agreeable, especially if it's not a paid segment. they already have enough stress. They're doing these shows like back to back to back. They know what they want, they know what they like. It doesn't matter if you might disagree with something. Yes, ma'am. That's your word. When you're working on a set like that, it's yes, ma'am. Be agreeable. If you're agreeable and you're lovely and you do a good job and they can tell that you put a lot of work into it, hopefully they'll invite you back. And that's what you want, especially when you're in businesses like ours where getting in people's faces really matters. We always need to be in people's eyes or we just fade away into the oversaturated beauty industry. And that is the truth. So good luck with your next TV segment. And if you have any questions, just put them in the little comment section below and I will do my best to get back with you as soon as possible. And if you like the video, give me a little thumbs up because I'm really excited to do more. Okay.